Hello guys, welcome back to STEM Trainers. Now today we are going to see very important topic in trigonometry year 2, that is trigonometric modeling, or you can say equivalent forms. So we are going to find the equivalent form for a cos theta plus b sin theta. So that is what we are going to look at. So how to write a cos theta plus b sin theta in other forms in trigonometry. Okay, so a cos theta plus b sin theta can be written in four forms. It can be r times cos of theta plus alpha, it can be r cos of theta minus alpha, or in terms of sine, it can be r sine of theta plus minus alpha. So these four forms we can write a cos theta plus b sin theta. Now it depends on the values of a and b. So whether we will write in cos or sine or cos theta plus alpha or cos theta minus alpha. So for starting this chapter, if you are starting this chapter, trigonometric modeling or these equivalent forms, so first thing that you must know is these four formulas, trigonometric identities, sine of a plus minus b and cos of a plus minus b. So if you know this and understand them, then this chapter will become very easy. So let's see how to solve questions based on this. So this is my first question. First question is express 2 sin x plus cos x in the form of r into cos of x minus alpha degrees, where r is greater than 0 and alpha is some angle from 0 to 90. Find the values of r and alpha correct to one decimal place. Okay. So how do we start these questions is, first thing that we do is, if in question it says that express in some specific form, then we will do in that specific form itself. If it's not mentioned, then we will see the question, then how to think which form we have to write, that we will do later. Okay, so first is they are saying express 2 sin x plus cos x in this form, that is r cos of x minus alpha. So first I have taken is 2 sin x plus cos x is equal to r times cos of x minus alpha. So now I will substitute the value of cos x minus alpha. So cos x minus alpha is cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. So it will be plus sin x into sin alpha. So basically my aim is to find value of r and alpha. Okay. Next thing, let's multiply this whole expression. So this will be r times cos alpha cos x plus r times sin alpha sin x. And this is equal to 2 times sin x plus cos x. If this is equal to this, then I can say, by comparing the coefficients, I can say that this cos x coefficient is r cos alpha, and here it is, nothing is written, it means it's 1. And similarly, I can see that sin x coefficient is r sin alpha, and here it is 2. So by comparing these coefficients, I can say that my r cos alpha value should be equal to 1. And my r sin alpha value should be equal to 2. So that's the first step that you will do. Substitute that 2 sin x plus cos x equal to r cos x minus alpha, expand cos x minus alpha, then compare the coefficients. So from this I am getting this. So now using these two equations, I have to find r and alpha. Now to find r value, what I can do is, I can square and add. If I square and add, that is r square cos square alpha plus r square sin square alpha. I am squaring and adding. So this is 1 square plus 2 square. So what this will does is, if I take r square common, in bracket I am left with 1 only, because cos square alpha plus sin square alpha, doesn't matter what alpha is, this is always 1. So this is 5. So this is 1. So my R value is coming out to be square root of 5. So this is how I can find the value of R. Now next is alpha. Now I know sine alpha, I know cos alpha. So if I divide them, so if I just simply divide them, R sine alpha divided by R cos alpha, you can divide R cos alpha divided by R sine alpha also, you will get cot alpha, same thing. So this will be equal to 2 divided by 1. So from this I am getting my tan alpha value as 2. So if tan alpha is 2, so what is my alpha? So alpha will be tan inverse 2, and let's use the calculator. So what value I am getting? I am getting the value as 63.4 degrees. Correct to one decimal place. So now I have alpha. Now I have the value of R. So basically 2 sin x plus cos x is nothing but this can be written as square root of 5 into cos of x minus alpha. Alpha is 63.4 degrees. So this is my answer. So this is the way to solve these questions, these equivalent forms or trigonometric modeling questions. I think everyone understands this. So just simply write whatever they say. In whichever form they say, just write it, expand the formula, compare. Whenever you will compare, in every question, you will get two equations in R and alpha. Then square and add, you will get R. If you divide them, you get tan alpha. So from that, you can get alpha value. Okay, so let's try one more question on this. Okay, express 9 sin x plus 4 cos x in the form of R into sine of x plus alpha. Now this time we have to express in terms of R times sine of x plus alpha, where R is positive, alpha is from 0 to 90. Give the exact value of R and the value of alpha correct to one decimal place. And sketch the graph in the interval 0 to 360 showing the coordinates of turning points. Okay. So this is a little lengthy question. So let's do step by step. First, let's find R and alpha. So what I will do is they are saying that express 9 sin x plus 4 cos x in the form of R times sine x plus alpha. So first I will write that this is equal to sine x plus alpha. Then what I will do is I will use that trigonometric identity sine of a plus b. Sine of a plus b is sine a cos b plus cos a into sine b. Then I will use this identity. Okay, so let's multiply this. So this will be equal to R times cos alpha sin x plus R sin alpha cos x. And this is nothing but 9 times sin x plus 4 times cos x. Okay. So after this, now once you see this, you can compare the coefficients. So when you will compare the coefficients, sin x coefficient is R cos alpha and sin x coefficient on the left side is 9. So 9 should be equal to R cos alpha and cos x coefficient is R sin alpha and in the left side it's 4. So from this I can say that R cos alpha should be equal to 9 and R sin alpha should be equal to 4. So these are my two equations in R and alpha. Again, we will do the same thing. First is we will square and add to get R value. Always you have to do the same thing. So square and add. So once you square this, R square sine square alpha, R square cos square alpha equals to squaring and adding. So 9 square plus 4 square. So this will be left with R square into cos square alpha plus sine square alpha, which we already know is going to be 1 irrespective of the value of alpha. What is this? 81 plus 16 is 97. So r square, because this value is 1. So r square is 97. So my r value is coming out to be square root of 97 because we need positive r. Okay, so this is my r value. And if I divide them, so r sine alpha divided by r cos alpha gives me tan value. So this will be equal to 4 over 9. So tan alpha is coming out to be 4 over 9. So now once I have tan alpha, so obviously I can find the alpha value. Alpha will be tan inverse 4 over 9. So what is this value coming out to be? This value is coming out to be 24 degree. 24.0 degree, correct to 1 decimal place. Okay, so now I have my alpha value. Now I have my r value. Okay, so that's one part they are asking. Give the exact value of r. Okay, that is square root of 97. Alpha correct to 1 decimal place. That is 24.0 degrees. Next, sketch the graph of 9 sin x plus 4 cos x. So now, instead of sketching the graph of 9 sin x plus 4 cos x, so we will sketch the graph of r times sine of x plus alpha, because this is easy to sketch rather than this left hand side. So let's sketch. So what is my graph now? So y equals r is square root of 97 and sine of, I think it was x plus alpha. Okay, so sine of x plus 24 degrees. So we will sketch this now. Okay, so let's do this. This is my y-axis. This is my x-axis. Okay, so now one thing. So we have already done this in transformations of functions, that what will happen in this graph as compared to y equal to sine x. Sometimes they ask you this question also, that what are the transformations required to transform graph of y equal to sine x to y equal to root of 97 sine of x plus 24. So first thing you will notice is that we have to do is we have to translate the graph by 24 degrees in the negative x direction. So graph will translate in the negative x direction by 24 degree. Second thing is we have to stretch the graph in the vertical by a scale factor of square root of 97. So we know our normal sin x graph looks like this from 0 to 360. So my actual graph now will look something like this. So this will be square root of 97. So it will be something like this. Then it will come out to be 0. And then something like this. And what is my turning point here? So this point, normally this point is 180 degrees comma minus 1. X is 180, y is minus 1. But this time we have to add 24 in this. So 270, sorry, this point is 270 degrees. So 270 degrees minus 24 degrees, it will give us 246 degrees. So this point is 246 degrees comma minus of square root of 97. And this highest point is 90 comma 90 degree comma 1. But this time it will be, because we have shifted the graph to the left, that is in the negative direction by 24. So this 90 degrees actually becomes 66 degrees and square root of 97, because vertical scale factor is square root of 97. So this is my graph. This is how it should be from 0 to 360. So this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis. I hope everyone understands this. So sometimes they ask you these kind of questions on graphs also. What are the transformations required? So first is you have to translate in the negative direction by 24, negative x direction, and the vertical scale factor is square root of 97. So these are the things, and sometimes they ask you also about the turning points. So just accordingly you can change the turning points. I hope everyone understands this. Okay, one very small thing that I think you can notice here is this. Now, if you see the first question, it was 2 sin x plus cos x, and in the second question, it was 9 sin x plus 4 cos x. They are kind of similar because a and b are positive. But in the first question, we have expressed this in form of r cos x minus alpha, and in the second one, we have expressed this in the form of r sin x plus alpha. So you can see that there is a difference. So even if one question is there, you can express that into multiple forms. So it depends on you which you choose, or if it is given in question, then we have no choice. We will discuss this more in the next coming videos. So in the next videos, we are going to see how to use this equivalent forms to find the maximum and minimum values, and how to solve the trigonometric equation questions based on these equivalent forms. Thanks for watching STEM Trainer.